What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again with another Dollar Tree haul. I just got home the other day. I actually may take one of this video. I'm just going to do it over again for a few reasons. But I got home the other day and I thought I had Godzilla King of the Monsters in my hand. And I didn't. I went back to the same Dollar Tree. Somebody took it. But of course, me being me, and I dug down deep too, just to make sure. Me being me, I picked up two more. But anyway, speaking of two, let's go back and review some of these. Take a look at these. Last time I had found these shrink-wrapped two-case, I'll call them two-case collections. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them have, I can't say two movies. Some of them have 13 freaking movies. 8 movies, 13 movies, whatever. 6 bonus movies. And it's like, oh, I bet the bonus movies are going to be real good, right? But anyway, they had the paranormal one and the Movies of Excellence one with Morgan Freeman and the Snow Creature one. And I forgot to show off my Nicolas Cage one. These seem to be just randomly stuck together, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the rest of them were purposefully, I'm pretty sure they were originally packaged that way. But there's the 3 on that one, and there's the other one. I don't believe I've seen any of these, but I did show that on Instagram. I totally forgot those last time. Anyway, what did I get this time? I got some TV stuff and a little bit of horror, and let's just go through all the TV stuff. First of all, here's something I got a while ago, and I kind of misplaced it, and I found it again. I just thought that was cool, mostly for the presentation of it. Best of TV Westerns. There's 3 different shows on here, 20 episodes. You don't see cases like this very often. It's like embossed. You see that? It's pretty cool. So obviously, you got some Lone Ranger on there. And then we got, 4 different shows. The Range Rider, The Rifleman with Chuck Connors, and then you got Bat Masterson. There you go. That's The Rifleman. So, not a bad show. I've seen a few episodes of that. And then speaking of TV, I got this. I'm just going to leave this in the package. But basically, I'm not like... I don't even know what Petticoat Junction is. I've never seen it. Beverly Hillbillies, yeah, that was a staple growing up. And this looked familiar. So, yes, I have this. Okay? And then what I realized is, on another collection, I have 14 episodes of Petticoat Junction, which I believe are probably going to be the same ones. And the other... So I think they keep packaging the same episodes and putting them in different collections. So I'll just leave that one in the plastic. I'll give that to somebody at some point, maybe. And my idea is eventually I'd like to have some TV, like a TV or 2 in the background of my videos, playing some old shows, but who knows when that's going to happen. And then I found this one, the Best of Family TV, 90 episodes. Okay, so we got, obviously, well, not obviously. You might think that's I Love Lucy, but it's actually The Lucy Show. That's the show that she did after I Love Lucy. Our Gang, The Beverly Hillbillies. By the way, 32 episodes. Let's see. Yeah, that one's 32 episodes too, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be the same ones. And then again, here's another one with this 14 episodes of Petticoat Junction. So I think I have these 2 collections 3 times. Twice if you don't count the ones that I'm going to keep in the plastic for the moment. Whatever, not a big deal.
Let's see. Now what should we do next? All right, yeah.
I thought these would be fun. I have no idea. Okay? And by the way, it's por tiempo limitado, for a limited time. So, I had to grab it. 4 películas. Carreras de caballos y apuestas de gallos. And here's 4 mejores películas de Antonio Aguilar. So I guess he was a star in Mexico. And I said 4 because it says 4 there. And there's the original cover art for each of those. So they might be fun to throw on. Let's see what they're about. All right, let's do the... And then speaking of Mexico, actually, pretty good transition. I remember hearing ads for this years ago. The For Greater Glory starring Andy Garcia. It also has some Oscar Isaac, Eva Longoria, Peter O'Toole. Pretty good cast. It's about the Cristiado War. It's like kind of like a civil conflict in Mexico. I don't know too much about it, but I do have a degree in history. That's my major, was in history. So, you know, I find historical films kind of interesting. I guess there's some rule changes and some laws that the religious population of Mexico did not really want to abide by, so they rebelled. Actually, let's do the two that I just got. I'll save the horror compilation for last. So I just found this. I remember hearing about this. Leave No Trace. That's Ben Foster there. It's Ben Foster and his daughter living off the grid. Okay? And both are put into social services. They make a journey back to their wild homeland from the director of Winter's Bone. That was a good movie. That was a very solid movie. Now I'm just going to take a quick peek at who that is. Deborah Granick, I believe. They're not helping me out. But with that printing there, even though I have new glasses. And then, I don't know. A Wade Brothers film. There's two Wades in there. Mount Adams. Oh my. Get ready to fight for the future. Big pointy teeth. I don't know. Echo Bridge. You got dinosaurs in the cover, but it says here, locals claim to see weird red lights and strange dragon-looking creatures. A string of interviews, that scares me. I mean, is this going to be mostly interviews? Suggests that it could be aliens, monsters, or demonic creatures straight out of the Bible. Who knows? I don't know. You know, I've actually kind of cut down on random sci-fi or horror movies that I have never heard of and don't have any connection to. In other words, I never heard of anybody in it. I let a few of those go. Anyway, this was kind of fun. Another one of these, you know, like the Brain That Wouldn't Die collection, the Screaming Skull collection. Okay, 8 creature features on 2 DVDs. Pretty cool looking. Okay, there's the 8. We've got Screaming Skull. I've seen that a few times. Okay, I might not be able to get that to focus for you. Vampire Bat. Now that's... Okay, I guess that's not The Bat with Bela Lugosi. That's the Vampire Bat. So Lionel Atwill and Fay Wray, Melvin Douglas, some good people in that. And you got these two. Both are directed by Sam Newfield. The Mad Monster and The Monster Maker. Both star Glenn Strange. He's in this one too. It doesn't say there. And I watched both of these when I was looking for a really good Glenn Strange movie. I said, you know what? Glenn Strange took over the Frankenstein's monster role from Karloff. They had to have capitalized on that, right? And cast him in like another monster movie. So I started to look around. Let's see. The Monster Maker. He plays this doctor basically just kidnaps someone and injects him with a serum and turns him into a monster. And the guy barely moves. He's on the operating table like the whole movie. And Glenn Strange plays the orderly named, I think his name is Steve. They say his name like 5,000 times. Steve. Hey, Steve. 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 And he's basically just a big, slow guy. Mentally, you know, he's not that smart. Or maybe he's not that bad. I think in this one, he's definitely not that smart. But, you know, I was like, you got Glenn Strange in here, and he's not the monster. Whatever. But then in The Mad Monster, you've got a mad scientist who turns a hapless gardener. Yeah, in this one, he's definitely, like, mentally slow. Into, like, a wolf man. And it's kind of a cool-looking wolf man. I mean, it's not the greatest ever, but he wears clothes, including this slouchy, like, hillbilly hat. He's like a hillbilly werewolf. This one is much more entertaining, I thought. All right, then you also got Tormented, classic Bert I. Gordon movie. Starring his daughter and some other people. I can't remember the name of the guy. The guy that was in The Shining and Blade Runner. I can never remember his name. Anyway, the guy that played Tyrell in Blade Runner is in this as a scheming ice cream man. This was on Mystery Science Theater. It's a hilarious episode because there's a lot to make fun of. Having said that, if you saw this when you were a kid, yeah, there's probably some pretty scary moments in there. It's not the worst movie they ever did. Let me tell you that. Scared to Death with Bela Lugosi and George Zucco. Don't know anything about that. Hypnotism. think somebody reviewed that a while ago, and I had a mental note to watch it. Well, here it is. Adam Age Vampire, Who Knows, and Dead Man Walk. Another George Zucco film. This one also directed by Sam Newfield. There's a vampire. Yeah, okay. You know, a lot of these are going to be only going to be like an hour to 75 minutes long, so, you know, no harm, no foul if they're not the greatest. You know, they're just kind of fun. Anyway, have you guys seen any of these? Until next time, thanks a lot. Later.